Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Nathan and this is Sioux Shrimp Breeders. One of my tanks needs a water change today, and so I've decided that I'm going to throw my camera on and try to show you just how easy my water changes are. I'm using all sponge filters on this tank. I'm using two of those just standard dual sponge filters, the small ones. I think they're rated for 10 gallons each, and the other one that I'm using is rated for 40 gallons. It's just one of those big round ones. This is the way that I've been doing my water changes since I've set up my shrimp room. Now, I used to check all of my parameters like my KH and my GH on probably about a weekly to a monthly basis, but once I realized that those really don't change once you're using the same soils and the same plants in all of the tanks, so I've really stopped doing any of those kinds of tests. The only thing that I have to be really careful of is when I'm squeezing my sponge filters out is to make sure that I get all the little babies off the sponges. These little guys will stick to just about anything, adults included, but the little ones are really hard to see, especially the black ones on these black sponge filters. This is also why I like to use white buckets. White buckets really help to see any little babies that I may have missed in my sponges, and so it really has helped me save a lot of little baby shrimp. The only thing that I check now, and I have for quite some time now, is my TDS, or my total dissolved solids. Now I picked this little thing up, it's called a Tds meter, and it checks the parts per million of the particles in the water. This tank is a little bit low on TDS, so I'm going to be bringing it back up to about a 125 where I want all of my Caridina to sit. And so all I'm going to do is add a little bit of my shrimp salts, and the other thing that I add, which I'm showing right here, is a little bit of prime water conditioner. Now this is the concentrated version, so I only have to add a couple of drops, but all this does is remove the chlorine from the water. Even though I'm using RO water, there still is a chance that there might be a trace of chlorine in there, and I really don't want to put that into my shrimp tank. My reverse osmosis water, or RO water, comes out at about a 5. This is usually where it comes out at for me, anywhere between a 2 and a 5. When it starts to climb a little bit above a 5, I know that my sediment filter and my RO unit needs to be replaced. My RO unit is in my shrimp room, so the temperature of my water is the exact same as my tanks, so I don't bother to slowly drip it in, I just dump it right in the tank. The other thing that I have to do is I have to add a bunch of leaf litter to my tanks. I have run out, but I just got a new shipment in, so I've got to get all of these Indian almond leaves into the tank, and I also have some mulberry leaves. I'm going to give them just a little bit of a treat in this video. I have been doing water changes just like this for such a long time now that I really can't advise anybody else to do it any differently. This is the only way that I've done it in the last probably couple of years. I think leaf litter is one of the reasons why my shrimp tanks are so successful also. Now I have actually ran out of Indian almond leaves in some of my tanks, and I got a little bit worried because last time that happened, I lost a lot of shrimp because there just wasn't enough biofilm in the tank and there wasn't enough beneficial bacteria for those shrimp to graze on and stay healthy. Well, I hope that you learned just how easy it is to do water changes. It really doesn't take me very long. I want to say an average of about 10 to 15 minutes per tank, per time that I do it. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day, happy shrimp keeping, and cheers.